I will be successful. Yeah. I hope everybody can see the file that I'm sharing, the presentation. This first of all, I would like to introduce you Euromonitor. Freto, can you confirm if you can see the file, the presentation?
Yes, it's
Okay.
right now.
So first of all, I will introduce Euromonitor and then jump into Passport. So Euromonitor. We have two. One is Passport platform, the other one is Via platform. And also we have the consulting services, which I will go summarize it soon. So Euromonitor International is a London, UK-based company. We have 16 offices globally, at least one office in each continent. And we cover more than 100 countries in depth analysis. So especially the striped countries, due to security reasons, due to maturity of the market. So we don't have researchers on board, but we know macro, micro, and consumer-related data. So we have a software, we have a team, we have mathematicians, which does also works on modeling system. So what we mean is, since we have the data, limited data, and we know the general neighborhood countries, so we can assume we can do modeling for the related industries. And we clearly mentioned in the passport that we did modeling for that industry. And so in general, we cover 210 countries with modeling. Unfortunately, due to the latest, ongoing, let's say, for a long time, the Russia and Ukraine incident. So we also were not able to cover Russia and Ukraine at the moment. But majorly 100 countries in depth analysis is covered in Passport. And I'm based in Dubai office, and we cover the region plus Africa. We also have South Africa office, but we also support all the Middle East and MENAT region from Dubai office. And we have researchers also located here. So Passport, we will go through. I'll be presenting you the full version. So the passport, mainly consumer-related data, macro, micro, and economics, and market sizes, forecasts, how the products has been distributed, the trends, the company and brand shares, all and kind of data with statistics, analysis, and dashboards is available in Passport. And also, on the other hand, we have VIA, which is like search around 350 million products daily, and we have inventory of 1 billion product. So this platform basically, you can see the prices each day, the out of stock or promotion. Also you can do multi-filtering, like the packing size, like ingredients, even the maiden or the barcode, all kind of or new product launches. You can see it's more tactical platform. It's again subscription based. But we cover more than 40 countries. UAE will be added very soon. So in general, in total, it will be almost 50 countries coverage. And the consulting is, we are actually a well-known consulting company also on the other hand, especially in Saudi Arabia, in Tadawul, we are the number one market due diligence company. And also, for example, Alibaba IPO, We were also the market due diligence company, market research company. Plus, we have also references in M&A, merger and acquisition field, pro and post, private placement, rights issue. So we are kind of very busy and well-known company when it comes to consulting. Also, we work with all Fortune 500 companies, doing surveys for them, for innovation, sustainability reports, all kind of briefings and reports has been published daily. Via state-of-art technology, motion capture technology. So when you click on the product, this will take you to that related websites, the stores. You have here on top the currency, the dates, the frequencies, and then lots of very granular filtering system. So it's also used by very well-known companies. In Passport, what's our research methodology? So first of all, for the economy and consumers, we track the national statistics, the central bank, government, ministries, and semi-government entities, international organizations, all we gather that data. And then about the industries, especially, we are well known with our trade interviews. We do not buy any data from any other party, any other competitors or some sort of. So we build our data our own, and especially trade interviews, which I mean we are in touch with the C-level managers in the companies. We work with these companies. They are part of Passport. They are subscribed, our partners, and we generate also some reports, as I mentioned, through our consulting division. So we are very closely in touch with the C-level. So to get this company-related data, we also track the stock exchange reports, our reports, and plus trade interviews. So we harmonize all the kind of data, and we have a software also cross-comparing and checking if there is any red flag. So we go back and update the research. Then after we are 100% sure, we publish in Passport. So in Passport in general, you will have the market size, brand or company share data or distribution channels, statistics in general in Excel type of screen. And you have also, you can convert, you can download, which we'll go through soon. And we have also analysis where you have the briefings, company reports, country reports, webinars, podcasts, all kind of data, statistics and reports can be found in analysis. We have also surveys. So after understanding the market, the company's competition, and then reading the reports and everything, so you can also check what the consumers are thinking. We have different questions for different countries that we ask repeated or new questions. You can also customize the survey based on the age, education, income band. Even they have paths, so you can granularly customize it and create your own survey. But also, what is the difference is like from the others, we do have different dashboards which forecast models. So based on the scenarios, you will able to see how the market, that industry is evolving to. So we have this kind of e-commerce, especially, or forecast model systems frequently used with the strategy departments or C-level people. Especially, this was actively used in COVID. We had this levels of COVID, good or bad, or positive or negative, let's say. And now, as you see, Trump policies, China, and all kind of developments in the world, we create scenarios for those. It's a big, the scope is big, content is wide. So we have, as you can see, the consumers and economies. And then here, as you can see, it's more B2C coverage. Here you have the e-commerce channels, companies, products, and we have the industry also, which is more covering B2B, as you can see, industrial ingredients and packing. So, as you can imagine, we are more than 50 years old company. We have 16 offices globally, so a lot of man hour is spent on this kind of reliable data. So this makes the product is a bit expensive. So in order to come out with achievable version, we created the category level access. So what you have is in general category level access. We are of course every time developing, trying to make it user friendly, adding the AIs and so on. But the category level is a uh, bit affordable version to support universities and support academics. That's why the one that I'm going to show is going to be the full version. So lots of students after even graduation joining the corporate life, they are very happy to have the full version. So it will give you an idea how deep, how much we add value in Passport. So here, country coverage around 100 and plus countries, even new ones will added every year. These are the brochures. If you need any kind of deep dive into any industry, you can reach me through Fileteo if you want. These are some brief consulting projects that we have executed. So here I'm going to share the Passport screen. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, yes.
Perfect. So, first of all, I highly recommend you to check the Help Center. So in Help Center, it's very useful. You will able to find the definitions. You will able to find on the bottom help guide and videos, which will help on finding the how to export the data, how to the search page, how to find the related information in Passport, user guide, and especially Passport for academics user guide. So I highly recommend you to check these videos. Plus, we have glossary. So it's very important for us to define what we understand, what we mean about, for example, absolute growth or any kind of definition. So first of all, you need to be in line with the definition and understanding, and then so that the numbers we will be in line with with the numbers as well. So when it comes to definitions, we have a huge full list available, as you can see. For example, what we understand about retail and what is retail for us. For example, what do we mean about convenience stores? So up to 400 square meter. And then also we are giving examples and also exceptions. So because the mainly the difference comes from the definition. So even if we can be in line with the definitions, then the numbers will be the same. So the frequently asked questions before doing a research, you can go through this kind of FAQs. So here simple questions, and as you can see, detailed answers. As you can see, it can be found. Our methodologies in more detailed explained here, and especially the update schedule. So for each industry, we have a calendar. We have the next update, what will be and when will be. Sorry. So transparently shared here. There are different ways actually to find to research in Passport. So first we have the micro pages. For example, drinks and hot drinks. So in this micro pages, which I would like to show you especially, is the dashboard, the industry overview. But beside that, you can find the latest reports, some trends, some other related reports. So and the dashboards as well, like forecast here, even here. So you can easily go quickly go to the, for example, selecting coffee and then go to that related statistics and reports. But I do not recommend this. I will show you a better way. So let's go to a dashboard, for example. In the dashboard, you will able to see the global like world map and for that particular industry. So first of all, you can change the currencies here. Second, you can click on the zoom, country zoom, and then explore in details will give you a brief information about the country, like the market size per capita, the forecast growth, top three major players, and then comparison with the continent. You can download all this. You can also go to the related statistics, export to PPT. You can also change the category like hot drinks and then coffee. So in your version, you will not able to go that much deep, but how deep we can go is like even coffee, fresh ground, and even fresh ground coffee pods. We research all in 100 countries. So let's say first, you want to see the global map for hot drinks. Then, after selecting the country, you can have scattered plot chart and then the bar chart. So, compared to the other countries, where Saudi Arabia is positioned, or you can also see the forecast growth. Again, company views also, you can have a look, like Nestle is the main player in hot drinks. So Nestle in Saudi Arabia is 28 percent market share, but in Singapore is 54. And then channel views, how these products channel sales, how it's sold, then historical growth. So you can play around. So in this presentation, generally, basically, I will try to show you how to do the best, where to find the best information data in Passport. So after the micro page, there is another way that you can search. For example, we have a cursor here. You can just type coffee, Saudi Arabia. So this will give you the short links, let's say, and if you want, you can view all results and see the statistics about coffee Saudi Arabia, wherever it is mentioned, or some reports or the dashboards. But in this case, you might miss some, or you might have added some maybe unrelated, let's say, categories or subcategories. So definitely, I prefer you to go and select the industries in the main page and click on go. So after selecting that, we will land into the search map tree. In the search map tree, as you can see, this is the full version, and your version is also long. So where to find coffee? If you don't know it, you can just type coffee, and this will give you some alternative, options. And then when you click on enter or coffee itself, so you will see we don't have only the hot drinks coffee. We have also data about coffee machines, espresso, filtered, pod, and then as we checked hot drinks and soft drinks like is ready to drink coffee, cold coffee, coffee whiteners, health and wellness like no fat, no sugar, good source, organic, and this kind of. Plus, we have also service as like coffee and tea shops, or B2B coffee and tea. These are all custom codes, and especially coffee packing, like what type, material, what is the size, like gram or milliliter wise, and then economy. So as a commodity, you can see the harvested area, coffee, and the next one will be the selection of the country. So in that particular country, production of crops or prices as a commodity price, coffee price, or import and export data, and then consumer expenditure as the final is index of consumer prices. So it's easy to go back and deselect since we know where the hot coffee is, coffee is in the hot drinks. So you can select with one button all the category and the subcategories. So you don't need to click one by one, but you can remove if you want by clicking on the boxes. Here, I want to show you also here information icons you will see everywhere. So we are kind of very careful of what we mean and what we define, how we define the coffee and the descriptions can be found also here. Sorry, yeah. So, and after selecting on this category, let's say hot drinks, click on next. And here we can select the countries from the list. So we can just click on 80 countries or APEC or BRICS or EMEA, GCC, G20, MENA, kind of, or we can just write Saudi Arabia here. If you don't want to search it in the list, just click on this, and then maybe I will select Arab Emirates to cross compare these two countries. So, and then we will view results. So we will land on a result page where we can select statistics, analysis, and dashboards. So what we have in statistics, we can see the market size, first of all, company shares, then the brand shares, and then retail channels, like how it's distributed, hard and soft, and then products by ingredients. So let's have a look on the analysis. Here we have, as mentioned, like briefings, counter reports, company reports. The list is, and even you can find some old dated the reports, which we think it's useful to have it, and still some of them valid. So also cross compare with the previous reports. But if we publish a new report, the old one will be removed from here. Mostly briefings you can find. So what I mean is soon hot coffee category will be updated, so you won't able to find these reports in the platform. It will be replaced with the new one. So let's have a look on, let's say, one counter report, hot drinks in UAE. So the downloadable version is different than what you see in Passport. So here we have more visuals. Here we have charts. so which you can download also. Our researchers in the country reports and data graphics are the only differences. Our researchers write what the numbers cannot say. So here, for example, executive summary, hot drinks in 2024, the big picture. On the right side, you see the historical minimum 10 years historical data plus 5 years minimum forecast data. The key trends, what happens in UAE, what is it slowing down or is it growing? How is the competitive landscape? How is the market leader doing? How are the other companies doing in the region? Is there any new product launched in that particular country, or new size, or new flavors? So all this mentioned in the country reports, and also sales performance mentioned as a graph, retailing developments, retailing channels, some examples, especially Viva is discounter is growing, and then you can see the full hot category retail sales price current in 2024 data and the growth performance with the subcategories. Also, food service with retail split. What is next for hot drinks like threats and also mentioned. So competitive landscape, as you see, Nestle and Unilever is the main two market player with these brands of brand shares also mentioned. So I will go through this official sources in another page in statistics, so we transparently share the sources of our study. The next thing is, I think, important and valuable is data graphics. So data graphics will look like this, but additionally, these maybe we saw in the previous page, but additionally, retail channels for hot drinks. So 5.6% only sold in e-commerce, but it is growing. But 94% offset or retail offline sold. 40% in hypermarkets, 30% in supermarkets. So if you want to sell like hot drinks, Nescafes or this, so the best place to sell and buy in hypermarkets. So discounters in globally it's growing, and tobacco or drinks specials as well. Again, brand shares and company shares, plus performance and retail sales performance by company. So the market leader performance with the market itself compared here. Of course, concentration, private label. The next one is context, which is also very good to have, is like comparing the regions and then comparing hot drinks in the constant with the other Middle East and region, Africa region. Plus, we have also, of course, comparing the hot drinks with the other categories, which is similar, like soft drinks. So soft drinks looks like will grow more than hot drinks, and also like snacks or home care, which is related, is also can be the growth rate also can be seen. The most important thing about consumption is the growth, population growth, also disposable income, which is very related. And since the e-commerce is peaking, so we also mentioned the subscribers and the mobile internet subscribers as well. So these reports are easy to download. You can select the full download, the full report here by clicking in PDF and then download report, or you can do the same for downloading only copy in Excel and download from here. So in the help center, sorry, not in the help center, next to help center, you have also your kind of a profile page. It is taking time. Sorry for this. Okay, let's go back. So, and also related reports or can be found here, even Nestle's company report or any related retail or soft drink reports can be found here. By shortcut clicking on this, you can access to those reports as well. So let's go back to results. So I want to take you to the statistics page. Just a second, please.
All right. So while waiting, can we take some couple of questions, okay, from the
Yeah,
stream?
sure. Anytime, anytime.
All right. Thank you. So one question is about this, the credibility of the source. How do you get the sources and how
Mm-hmm.
credible it is?
Yeah, sure. So, as I mentioned, so we are lots of like universities and lots of companies subscribe to Passport. So, if they have a public company. We have also receiving and reviewing all these reports, which they have to share publicly. Second, we are also kind of data sharing with these companies. So they want their data to be accurate in Passport. Also, we are going, as mentioned, maybe panels and exhibitions invited. So we are in touch with the C-level, people. So, and we do customize reports like IPOs and or M&As or any customized report for these kind of corporate companies. So we are bombarded by data. So of course we have research managers, responsible managers for each category. So they are the experts on this field, and we work with the experts as well from the industry. So in each project, in each report by the consulting division, we got in touch with the experts. So we are, as mentioned, bombarded with the data. So reliability wise, of course, we are so picky, and we our data has been, let's say, I bought just a month ago, I guess, an ironing, machine, so iron, and then on the box it was written number one uh, by Euromonitor International, so accredited. So we are liable and with our, let's say, data that we share, we are liable and we are preferred because we don't have any other partners or shareholders. We are not a public company, so we don't need to be like politically. We are independent. So that's why our data is very reliable. Um, Also, that's why we are transparently sharing the resources, as I will show you now. For example, the market size, we just jump into the statistics. And when you scroll in each page, you can see, for example, hot drinks. So which companies that we got in touch we selected two countries, so it will show us both country resources. So for example, Saudi hot drinks, the Consulate of India, SFDA, Department of Statistics, Chamber of Commerce, then trade associations, all this, local, international, and then trade press Some of them maybe you are familiar with this, which I am not, since it's a Saudi origin. But the company sources are also here. As you can see, all the players, the main and even small, we got in touch with. We have received the data from them, or we did our research. We approach these companies, so we are transparently sharing, and other resources like websites or BBC Business, kind of local or international. So we're transparently sharing, and plus we are harmonizing this data. So there might be even population. For example, if you look international statistics, you may find different data. Local statistics, you may find a different data. So we try cross comparing with from different sources. Especially Saudi, for example, statistics have updated their data. So we are tracking every day almost, because we are using those data in our IPOs in different reports, consultant reports especially, and in Passport. So therefore, we are not just copying and pasting. We have researchers and mathematicians working on it, and with this software behind it. So quite accurate. Of course, everyone will claim that they are the market leader, or this number should be different, but we are pretty sure and confident of the data in Passport.
Thank you so much, Okan. And how do you frequently update the data?
This is in the help center. It's available here, the full calendar. So what we do, we update the reports once a year, but this data forecast every quarter, and the data, if required, if there's some major changes, we also do in during the year. But you can consider all these reports and everything once a year. So you have lots of categories and lots of subcategories. So for each, at least I think 3 or 4 category per month, we are updating. In general, it will reach to almost 50 per year. So it's available in the help center update schedule.
Right. Thank you so much.
No problem. Here in the market size section, for example, you can add here from selecting the year, add 5-year forecast and click on apply. It will refresh, and then you will have on the right side italic written forecast plus 5-year data. Here you can print, you can save to your content, which can be found. Yes, here this is your page. So you can check your search profile, downloads, everything here. I'll go back to this in a moment. So you can save it. You can download this into PDF. You can download Excel sheet full data set, or the current what we are seeing at the moment into Excel sheets. Then you can copy and share this link, the result page, with your other user, and you can save it as well. We are, as mentioned, like definitions can be found quickly by clicking on current definitions. This is downloadable. Again, you can copy paste all this, and you can check what we mean, what we understand from instant coffee or malt-based hot drinks, kind of. On this side, you can change the data types. Here, as you can see, retail value, retail sales price, market sizing, or you can change to manufacturing sales price, MSP, or retail volume. You can add, even you can have the food service brewed volume or per cups, all kind of available. After clicking, you have to click on apply. Meanwhile, so your recent search, your survey downloads, all downloads available as I mentioned here on your personal page. So if you somehow by mistake closed, um, let's say another, oh, sorry, or next day if you want to search the same and or download some other, so by clicking on this one, this will immediately show you Saudi Arabia, UAE hot drinks, whatever we selected, and you will land on the result page. Here we, as you can see, we add the retail volume. So we have the tons also here now. Since we have UAE dirham and Saudi in total, so it's the best way to convert this into year on year or fixed rate US dollar. So to cross compare the market sizes. And what I will do, since we selected the full subcategories, so I will select hot drinks by filtering here only, and then maybe I will add the coffee, then filter. So as you can see, they are in tons and in US dollar, million dollars. So hot drinks in Saudi Arabia is in tons, let's say 2024, 51, 51,000 tons in volume, but in UAE, it is almost the half, even less than half. When it comes to market size, hot drinks is 550 million, but in Saudi, it's triple. So you can also view it in by selecting growth index. You can also check how the country's performance is in the coming even the 5 years. So we benchmark 2020 as 100. And then when you look into 2024 sorting, so you can see the coffee, since we only selected hot drinks and coffee, but you can see coffee is performing the best in Saudi Arabia. So if you wonder in 2020 what's our forecast going to be, is again, I think UAE coffee will be performing much more than Saudi as a growth wise. Then you can also select the other growth like periodic growth or year-on-year growth. So yeah, so CAGR or absolute growth, you will able to reach and download again or print or save and share all this data. We even do have per capita or per capita plus 15 years old population. All that kind of data is reachable. The volume you can change, the currency you can change, multiplier and everything you can also change from here. Then after understanding and comparing the data, so the market size, then you can jump into, for example, brand shares. In brand shares, you will able to see, first of all, the percentages as a percentage breakdown here. What you can also do is you can change this percentage into actual, like how much as a retail sales price, how much Nescafe market size is. So in million Saudi Arabian riyal, in millions, you can see how much the market size of Nescafe. And then even very granular, 1.1 even, we have available data here. So what I can say is the market is very competitive. There's room for mergers and acquisitions, and there's also room for to take some market share from Nescafe. Here you can add the volumes in tons. You can change the names. So some names globally is different. Local is different. So you can also we have not all in not a common thing, but you can see the differences here. And again, convert data. We can change the currency. Yeah, so ranking the position, currencies, and multiplier and growth is also possible. These are all the same. And as we have seen in the country report, we can now also gonna check the retail channels. So how it is distributed, the percentages in the report we have seen in a graph, a different graph, but here you can download into Excel sheet all this data. We cannot forecast for the company or the retail channels how they will perform. So we can't add that, but more for the market size, we can do that. So yeah. Again, so market size and then product by ingredient. If you want to deep dive, you can go to that. So especially economies, you can find also coffee in the commodity as we mentioned, the performance of coffee. You can find a lot of microeconomical data, even like percentage of corruption or education in the consumers, a household or income expenditure about coffee. You can find a lot of data. Population, like even birth rates or even mortality rate due to different diseases, you can also find it. What I also want to show you the lifestyle, consumer lifestyle survey. So after understanding the economies of that particular country and then into the market size, competitive landscape, reading the reports, understanding the consumers, the income and expenditure. So this will take not 1 hour, but just my idea is like how the companies, the banks, because I work with the consultants and the banks on the other hand. So regional banks or like global banks also, and some consultant companies, financial advisors. I work with them closely. So this is how they go into like definitions and then the understanding economy, consumer, the market landscape, reading the different briefings, country report, company reports, and then so we have also another tool that you can understand the market, see the market from the consumer's point of view, or by checking the survey. So here we have, for example, different categories. Eat and drinking, dietary preferences, this dietary restriction, this survey done since more than 10 years. And then, as you can see, how many people joined. So in each topic or subtopic, you can see 25 questions has been asked in all these countries. So UAE is one of them, and Saudi Arabia is also. So let's have a look what the consumers say. I look for healthy ingredient in food and beverage. So Saudi Arabia in the COVID days, it was 2020, 58%, and now reduced to 49%. So this you can focus on country, age group, gender, or you can just create your own customized survey by selecting country. Of course, you can add up to 3 comparisons. So age group, you can select even digital consumer or pet owner or even cigarette user, male, female, gender, income. So you can create a customized survey for your study. So we have lots of categories, as you can see: health, ethical living, house, or path to purchase, one of the best used one. And then shopping, again, shopping habits, current subscriptions or shopping frequency, spend and saving, or technology, and so on. So this is also used, very much used, one of the categories that we have.
Okay.
And
Sorry. I
yeah,
think we have 4 minutes left, but we
yeah,
can actually extend it a little bit more for those who are willing to stay a
sure,
little bit longer. We have some related question about the
sure.
coverage.
Yeah.
Does the database covers also the sector of hospitality and real estate?
Um, yes and no. So hospitality, like hotels, you mean?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So hotels and camping sites, yes, we have country reports, hotels. We have also in-depth, granular level. Real estate is a very broad description. So we have some reports about construction, but real estate, like, if I can understand what you mean more in deep, that we don't have like, okay, how many units has been sold in Dubai for this month? We don't have that one. But labor charges, construction field, or camps, or real estate transaction in general, we have reports, we have about the construction. So those laborers, unemployed, employed in construction, we have. So depends on the definition, actually. Depends on the topic we may have, or you may gather from here and there, gather those informations and create your own report. But real estate in Dubai, for example, or in Saudi, let's have a look. Real estate activities, yes, we have in general. Um, Actually, in Passport, I hide. This is like how to find, where to find kind of a session. So I highly recommend to play like a game in Passport. Unfortunately, we also have the AI system, but for, let's say, it's not for the category level. It's not active at the moment. So you can also check with AI and ask questions, and then
This is the new feature. We didn't
yeah,
have it
new
last year.
feature. No,
Yeah.
not yet. In category level, not yet. We recently, actually, we are working with Microsoft. So we recently developed and published this in Passport Updated. So this is, I think, version 1, and then version 2 is coming. So soon, later, we share this with our main, let's say, long relationship partners first, and then get the feedbacks also. Uh, AI is new thing for everyone, so that's why we didn't announce it. We didn't publish it to every and each customer. For academy, this is a big investment as of now, so we didn't yet there yet to publish in academic category level. So we want to make sure everything is okay. Prompts are important. So we give like some sample questions also, some advisable questions also, like how do you follow up with this question, related question. So it is developing.
That is
Uh,
really a nice feature, and
yeah,
see, we are now at 8 p.m. So I will now welcome the students' questions. You may just unmute yourself
sure.
and raise your questions.
Just one thing, in the future, our aim is to have one cursor only, like a Google. And then whatever you type, you will have a different result page, like briefings, like statistics, this, that. So we are preparing for this. Hopefully soon, uh, we will be publishing, but limited version, first of all.
That is really nice. Really nice. Any questions from our participants? You may ask them now. So we have one question here.
Mhm.
What percentage of your data for the Middle East is primary field research or on the ground analysis versus secondary or estimated?
So Saudi, Egypt, UAE, if we consider Turkey as a Middle East, yes, Turkey. So we have so for example, Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain, a bit small markets, not much international or local players are interested. It's a very niche market actually, boutique market. So we have some data available. I want to share something with you. One second, if I can find it here. So some data is available, and if we did the modeling, we mentioned that one also. But those main countries are like, as I mentioned, UAE, Egypt, Saudi. Um, I just want to open one brochure to show one example. Yeah, yes, okay, now it's opening. So in each brochure, we clearly mention the subcategories and country coverage and some samples of what you can find in that particular category. Um, Sample, let's say, charts or sample descriptions. We also do have a store, maybe you are familiar or not, but you can also check from there, but not everything is there available in store. So what you will be receiving, just a second, I jumped too fast. Okay, it's loading. So we also have a store. You can buy reports, sample, I mean, some boutique research companies or individuals, they prefer to buy, let's say, hot drinks, Saudi
That
Arabia.
is a more comprehensive report, right? It's a premium report.
No, this is actually, you have in Passport the same report, but you have a
Okay.
better visuals also. And here is more expensive. Plus tax will be added. So here in Passport, you have the free office report. So here, for example, hot drinks in Africa and Middle East, we cover Algeria, Angola, Cameroon, Egypt, Ethiopia, Ghana, Iraq, Israel, Jordan, Kenya, Kuwait. Kuwait is covered, for example, Lebanon, Morocco, Nigeria, Oman, Qatar. So hot drinks is a very trendy one, so it's more or less all the and countries is covered in Middle East and Africa.
Mhm.
I mean, this is very similar, but I'm not sure if you can find the B2B, for example, in Qatar, or it's very might be little coverage might be less. But B2C, yes, you may find a lot of countries in the as a tier one country.
All right. Any questions from our participants?
I highly recommend also go and check all these trends. It's very valuable information in it. Consumer trends, future consumption. Um, Also innovation or sustainability we cover. So like in products, innovation, sustainability. We have the same e-commerce, innovation, sustainability for the academies. This is going to be the full version. We can talk later on if you want to add it. The e-commerce platform or innovation or sustainability. So how many products launch, what type of products, or e-commerce is very trendy. You can also see the company analysis, analytics, and the company growth in e-commerce.
Yep. That is a really very comprehensive
I mean,
demonstration. Yep.
it's
And also,
always always better to select one category and start from the economy, consumer, all the analysis, and then consumer, then the market and everything. So, um, I mean, and then jump into e-commerce, for example. Like this is how it is, the e-commerce. UAE is not there yet in the list, so it will be. Like 1 second, maybe is it about cooking ingredients and no, and 1 month later it will be more countries to be added. So here this is a very trendy one. We gather like we track the invoices, we track the clicks. So this is a very accurate data for each, especially this is about the retailer in Australia, for example, about cooking ingredients. So even you can get the quarter, monthly data, the how much turnover which company is doing. And this is like year to date, today's date. So it's updating every day. E-commerce, how the market, how it's growing, multiple filtering systems. So it's like a game. I mean,
okay.
I can continue to
Yeah.
one more day, and we also help our partners in their reporting or in their analysis. So since you have also another maybe session, if you have any questions, feel free to ask now or later. We can repeat this again. But like, thank you very much for now participating, and I'm looking for the next session. If you want, we can talk about a topic or deep dive in an industry or country. Um, Feel free to approach me through Fleteo. I'll be happy to organize another one. Thank you very much for joining. Any questions, feel free to ask now or later on. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Thank you so much, Okan. And indeed, Euromonitor is a very, very comprehensive database, especially for analysis. And of course, as always, you've been doing this demonstration for us year by year, and we appreciate that a lot.
Anytime.
So
Thank
thank you so much. Many thanks as well to all our participants for your attendance. And please stay tuned for our upcoming library sessions on the Statista database. And we look forward to seeing you also there because there's a lot of information that can be really useful for your research while you are here at MBSC. So if you have no any further questions, I will call it a night. And thank you once again, everyone. Take care.
Thank you
Okay.
very much.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
thanks, thanks a lot.
A
Thanks,
good
everyone.
evening.
See you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.